one of the biggest trade deals in history has been signed in New Zealand. The Trans-Pacific Partnership aims to cut tariffs and trade barriers between 12 nations around the Pacific Ocean, representing 40% of the world economy. While the 12 trade ministers met in Auckland, thousands have protested the US-led initiative. Although the signing marks the end of the negotiation process, member states still have 2 years to get the deal approved at home before it becomes legally binding. Now, together, the economies of TPP countries are worth $28 trillion. The agreement aims to eliminate what remains of trade barriers in the region, but that's just the start. Supporters of the TPP say it will make it easier for companies to raise funds across borders, for skilled people to find jobs overseas, and for innovation to flourish. And it says it will create jobs and raise living standards. But the TPP's opponents say it empowers corporations at the expense of governments. Well, Jomo Kwame Sundaram is a Malaysian economist and the former Assistant Secretary General for Economic Development at the UN. He says medicines could become more expensive if the deal goes into effect.
They make all kinds of claims based on very dubious grounds. Let me give you a simple example. They would argue that strengthening intellectual property rights, which would extend, for example, the term periods for patents, would basically enhance the trade in services. They do not consider for one moment that you would basically be getting the same medicines at much higher costs, that this would put strains on government budgets, for example, where governments are committed to providing affordable medicines to their publics, and so on and so forth. So you have, as a consequence, all kinds of measures considered to have nothing but benefits and very little cost, little if any cost. So you can, as a consequence, you can almost get the results you want. You can get as much growth as you want, depending on the assumptions you make about these matters. This is why we find the existing studies rather problematic.